How's everyone doing? This is Joe with Ohio Wood Burner, coming to you today from chilly Northeast Ohio. Someone took our spring. It is cold out here and windy. And today, guys, I want to talk to you about the Eastonmade axis. You know, if you were involved with our live stream a couple weeks ago, you know, the axis started acting up right in the middle of it. It was sputtering, losing power, and acting like it wanted to stall. And you know, I quickly thought it was just bad gas. Quite honestly, and I mentioned this in the live stream, you know, it was about a month before. I have a whole bunch of gas cans in the garage, you know, and you fill them and rotate them, and it acted up one time before, and I stopped it. I just figured I put the wrong can in it. I drained all the gas out of it and put new in, and it ran fine. And it's run good ever since. Well, of course, during the live stream, it starts acting up again, and so I just figured it was bad gas. I ended the live stream, and after the live stream was over, I went ahead and I just started looking around. I thought maybe, you know, like a chunk of wood might have fell into the linkage or just something weird. But I started it back up, and it ran fine. Like there was no problem with it. I went ahead and just did all the rest of the splitting. So a few days more come and go, and I'm out here splitting with it again. And sure enough, it started acting up again. And reading some of your comments, you know, I think it was easy just to say it was bad gas. All right. And then some people were dubious of the Briggs & Stratton Vanguard, which this has. You know, Eastonmade had some supply problems with Honda, so they switched to the Briggs & Stratton Vanguard. And you know, I'm telling you, the engine is powerful. I think, you know, the fuel economy is just fine, but certainly, you know, it was acting up, and it was acting up on a live stream. So you know, there's no hiding from that fact. But I went ahead and started looking into it because I thought, well, maybe this isn't bad gas and there's just something else wrong. So I just wanted to show you what I found. I will turn the camera around. This is a Briggs & Stratton Vanguard 14 horsepower. It's a one-cylinder engine. It's a pull start. So when it started acting up, I thought, well, let me just start looking into it. And the first thing I did was I took off the air filter, and what did I find? I was thinking, what the heck is this? This air filter is just gunked, right? And I'm serious. This engine doesn't have very many hours on it, and it's not like it's in a dusty environment. It's out here in the middle of a field. So I'm thinking, what could possibly be going on here? And I start looking into. I see the main inlet here, and I come around to this side. And I notice that the exhaust deflector, which you can turn it any direction that you want. I have it just tacked on right now just to show you for effect. It's blowing the exhaust right onto the air inlet to the air filter for the carburetor. And on top of that too, I mean, it has scorched the oil inlet and the spark plug wire, right? So I think it's obviously designed to blow in this direction, but I think because of the way the Vanguard's exhaust is, along with this 6-inch beam here, okay, I think it was just collecting all of this hot exhaust, and the engine's just sucking it right back in. And that was causing my problem, because when I would take out the air filter and take the lid off of the engine, it would all of a sudden start running fine. So then I put the air filter back in and the lid back on, and it starts running bad again. And I just saw that this exhaust is probably causing all the problems. And this air inlet down here has like a duckbill kind of a valve to it. I know you're getting blurry here, but it has this over the hole, probably for rain water to keep the mice from getting up inside the in here, you're making nests. But that's what was going on here. The exhaust is blowing and the engine's sucking it right back up into it. And here you got a majorly gummed up air filter. And I think too, the spark plug wire has like this protective sheath that goes on it. And I think it was, abusing it enough and is sucking all those fibers that are getting blown off of it into the air filter. So this air filter was in a really bad shape. So I'll turn this around again here. So with this information, I thought I'm onto something here, because the Vanguard's a pretty new engine on the axis, and the way that deflector was turned, and the deflector can be turned to go the opposite direction. I called Eastonmade, and what do you know? I get a phone call right away from Henry, and I told him, what I had discovered, and he was very interested in what I was talking about. He even went outside to an axis that was just made that hasn't been shipped out yet, and we both discussed what I had determined, and he was looking at it, and sure enough, he felt that this is a fix that needs to be done, and they need to get this word out to all the other axis owners out there in the world, that have bought this machine. So I told him everything that I was seeing, what happened to my machine. I'm going to turn this around again. And they went ahead and sent me a box. So here's the new filter, guys. And there's the difference, huh? And I'm serious. This is not a 50-hour machine, guys. I probably got 20 at the most on this. All right. And that's how quick that got gummed up. They also, and I don't know if I'm going to replace it just yet, but they went ahead and sent out a new, I guess a magneto and a spark plug wire, and also the new oil cap, because that oil cap, it looks like it might have even melted down there. That's the difference here that we're looking at. And they also threw in a Eastonmade decal too, which is really cool. All right, so that is, this is, in my opinion, the reason why this machine's been acting up. The moment when this thing was running poorly, I would take the lid off and pull out the air filter, and the engine would run fine. And it's all down to because of this deflector right here. So I'm going to point this way. All right, so that is pointing at the operator station, but it's not going to get in there, and it's not going to put any fumes on the operator. I think that that is just going to be fine. I'm curious to see where the Honda's exhaust goes, because I have a feeling that it goes the same direction as this. So here is the whole deal, though, and this is the way I see things. Every machine has its strengths and its opportunities, and every machine comes with a dealer. All right. Could you guys seriously consider calling up Ford Motor Company and telling them that their third taillight leaks water onto the headliner of your truck, and you have a solution for them, and that they would take you seriously, immediately respond, and send it out to the world to remedy this situation? All right. The chances of that are slim and none. And slim left town, right? But that's what I did. I had a flashback. So I was an assistant softball coach once, right? And the head coach, he was a nice man, but very defensive. And if I at all would come up to him and say, hey, I think we should try X, Y, Z, his response was, oh, no, that's not going to work. I had this other boss I used to work for too. I would say, hey, we need to try this. We can really improve our process if we were to do this. Oh, well, his reply, well, This involves multiple departments, and you know, you just got to have a full, thorough understanding of everything before you can make suggestions like that. You know, which means, you know, go away. You know, but here I call up Eastonmade, and I get a call right away from Henry, who took me serious, and you know, at least in this case here, agreed with my findings. And you know, they contacted every owner in the United States that has the Vanguard to tell them to turn that deflector, you know, from the 8 o'clock from the 4 o'clock position to the 8 o'clock position. All right, so that tells me that this is a dealer, a manufacturer that is absolutely interested in the end user, that they take us serious, that they want to know how things are going for us in the real world, and they are nimble enough to make changes and to improve their product. You know, because I'm just another user of an Eastonmade axis, and look how they responded to that. Okay, yes, they absolutely sent me, you know, the stuff to replace it, you know, to make it back to where it's supposed to go. But now I have the parts to fix it, but I also know that I am dealing with a world-class manufacturer, Eastonmade wood splitters series, you know. So I just wanted to share that with you. We have a number of things going on here with the family this week. We are going to be leaving town. We got a whole bunch of other things going on. So I'm not going to be able to show you the axis running, but I'm going to commit, okay? We're going to put on another live stream, and we're going to showcase the machine. If it acts up, it acts up. But I have a feeling that we fixed this problem. If you are a Axis owner with a Vanguard engine, you should have gotten a contact from Eastonmade, but if you haven't, all you got to do is get yourself a 9/32, I think, a 9/32 socket or a wrench, loosen those little screws up, and turn that deflector. Okay, look at that air filter. Jeez. That is something. I better change the oil in this machine too. Okay guys, so that is all for today. I just wanted to show you, there was a lot of comments, a lot of questions about the Vanguard engine after that live stream, and I'm serious. I think the engine's fine. It's a powerful engine. It's got more than enough to run this machine. And you know, the one thing I had said right at the very beginning, and I still think it's awfully loud. It is a very loud machine. It just doesn't have like a pleasant note to the exhaust. It's a loud machine. But you know, you're going to wear your ear protection with it anyways. So, all right, guys, there you go. That is the way I see things here in my little part of the world. In Northeast Ohio. All right, guys, please leave your comments down below. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say, and I really hope that you enjoyed this. Okay, I know it's real specific, but I think there's that bigger message about every machine has its opportunities, but how did the manufacturer respond to it? They hit a home run, in my opinion. All right, guys, I hope that everyone has a great day.